What's up, y'all? Today I got another hidden gem, I guess. I just wanted to highlight this book. I don't know how, hidden or popular or not popular any of these books are. I just read this. I really liked it. It is, I feel like not, I don't know. It's from Mad Cave Studios, which is a publisher I really, want to get into a lot more. I have another Mad Cave book that I read. It's going to be coming out on my reading log, like my monthly reading log video. This one I think I enjoyed more. I think this book is a banger. It was written by Jordan Thomas. It was drawn by Chris Matthews, who I think is the real. Jordan Thomas feels like an up and comer to me. I've heard good things about Skin Police by him. I know he did a couple other books. This is the first of his I have read, and I was very, very impressed. Chris Matthews, though, is sick. Also lettered by Lucas Gattoni. Chris Matthews is sick. The whole book is done in this very limited color palette where it is just black, white, and blue, and sometimes orange. It is a crime book. I mean, it's called Mugshots. I guess you could probably have guessed it was a crime book. This book takes place in London, and it follows our main boy John, and really, honestly, his family. The main character is definitely John, but there's like a bevy of characters in this book. There's so many characters. But the gist of the book is John's niece, Grace, gets kidnapped, and John, who is a seasoned criminal, has to come back into town to help his sister and track down what has happened to her. So this is something orange, but Chris Matthews is so sick, bro. He's so good. And so it's a crime book. The plot, I mean, the hook is very easy to understand. The plot, I think, is really good stuff, to be honest. But I think the real strength of this book, outside of the art, I'd say writing wise, is the characters. Jordan Thomas's character work is sick, and Chris Matthews is so good at delivering emotion in these scenes, which I feel like is not easy to do in such a limited palette, and his lines are very spare. I feel like so impressed with his stuff. We get our main boy John, I think, is great. There's an introduction to this book where Jordan Thomas talks about how his dad was an actual criminal and how crime was adjacent to his life, a lot of his life, and he wanted to in this book kind of highlight that, these criminals that do these terrible things crack jokes and are full three-dimensional people. And I feel like he does that very well in this. I think that John, the main guy, is if you know someone who is a criminal, if you know someone who's in on illegal shit and does bad shit, I feel like John's a great representation of it. Where he does bad things that he knows are bad, that he does for his own benefit, but also he is very aware of the consequences that brings and his impact on the people around him, and he's very not proud of that, but continues to try and do the best thing, not necessarily the right thing at all times. It's a very interesting, charming main character for us to be around in this, and we get all sorts of stuff with European mob families. We get the crime boss of the town that he's in, which I don't know if they ever actually say what town he's in, but I don't think it's important what town it is. I mean, it feels like a big city, but I don't know if they actually say. There's only, I mean, this is a decently thick trade, right? So you get a lot in here, but the way it's paced, I think, is excellently done. Each chapter feels longer. He gets a lot in, just per page, how much story this guy moves through is sick. I think that the dialogue is completely on point, but there's also a lot of trust in Chris Matthews' art to deliver things. We get a lot of I'm pretty sure all of the writing, well, no, there is some captions that are supposed to be our boy's thoughts as he's moving through things, but most of the writing is just dialogue, and it's just dialogue juxtaposed with the images that Chris Matthews is choosing to include in this. My favorite stuff of his is he is a killer at a flashback. In these limited colors, he will do, let's see if we can find one. He'll do a flashback within a panel that So the current moment and the flashback are sharing the same panel box. I don't know if there is one in this. I don't want to show you too much here. But I think it's a real skill of his, man. Real skill. It's so impactful the way that Chris Matthews can do it. And I think that Jordan Thomas also deserves credit on like setting these up. Look at this, dude. Look at how much depth there is on that drawing. This panel right here. Look at how much depth there is. He has 3 colors total being used there. And look at how... he's so good. I think Chris Matthews is a guy to look out for. I hope he sticks with limited color palette books. Not that he can't do otherwise, but I feel like this is something that's not... there's just not enough of these out in the market at any given time, man. So good. Oh, the other thing I want to bring up about Jordan Thomas's writing is in this scene is killer. This is our boy John is talking to his buddy's wife. And the text and then the huge space, or not huge, but like full panels of silence in between is like the most emotionally impactful stuff I have read in a minute. And it happens, I don't know, 10 times during the series. Incredible. I think he does big reveals on splash pages at the end kind of each chapter that hit every single time. It's really, really remarkable work. I think that if you are a fan of crime books, and I myself have been in quite the crime renaissance here, this is one that you should check out for sure. For sure. It's incredible stuff. I think that although there's like truly terrible crimes happening throughout this entire story, Chris Matthews' art makes it really palatable, so it doesn't feel like I'm watching just like horrible things happen to people over and over again. Even though I am, it still can make it fun and like a story. I think that this book's so good, guys. You gotta get this book. If not just for Chris Matthews' art, just know that Jordan Thomas is somebody we're going to be hearing from a lot in the future, I would bet. He is deftly written this comic book. He puts the exact amount of words. He knows exactly the scenes to set up. And I think that he has made some really personable, charming characters. I cared about, I think, every single character in this book. Right? In the right way. Obviously, there's like bad guys you're not supposed to like. But I was invested in all of them. Incredible stuff. I highly recommend Mugshots. At first, I was going to say that this is not like a banger masterpiece, and it probably isn't, but it's quite good. Really, really good stuff. It's so magic, so creative, dude. So unlike any other book that you will find out there, especially, you know, it's a trade. I mean, this book, how much does this go for? Like $18? This is a thick trade, bro. If I held up a Marvel book next to this, they'd be charged like $25 for them. I'm telling you, bro. Mugshots. Check it out. If you like crime, you should read this book, watch this book. If you like, well, I was going to say Guy Ritchie movies. It's a very British book. British crime, grounded family story. Big recommend on Mugshots. I hope that some of you check it out after this video. Thank you guys for watching this far in the video. If you have any other, hidden gems that I need to hear about, some books that maybe aren't very popular. As a matter of fact, bro, give me some Mad Cave books. I need some help finding more Mad Cave books. I really would like to get some more of them. So if you know a good one, please leave a comment below. I'm trying to buy more comic books. Just point me in a direction, dog. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Yo, before you go, I wanted to show you the comics that I make. This is The Gifts of the Zadik. It follows our main character, Ram, who has just been crowned the Zadik, also known as the Chosen One, in his small village, and given unreal powers. But as soon as he gets these powers, he is disillusioned by the role that his people wish him to play, and so he wants to go out and find how to become a hero out in the world. It'll sweeten the pot. He also finds that there's another Chosen One out there, somewhere in the world, that maybe can give him answers and help him find his true purpose. If you are interested in buying this book, you can get them at lior.com. It's a great way to support me, the artist, and the guy who runs this channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later.